Is the Smashburger chain on its way out or back up? A chain founded by one of the true legends in the chain restaurant game, Smashburger was created almost 20 years ago by food scientist Tom Ryan, who has a PhD in flavor and fragrance chemistry. While Smashburger didn't invent the idea of thin beef patties with charred, crispy edges, they certainly brought it into the mainstream. With over 370 locations at their peak, Smashburger has been prominent enough to deservedly trace its name into the wet concrete of major burger fixtures. But one pandemic later and a transfer of ownership to Filipino powerhouse Jollibee, Smashburger is still trying to regain its footing, having closed almost half of its restaurants in recent years. They've also lost millions on some pretty avoidable false advertising settlements. This week on the show, I'll smash my beef of knowledge onto your griddle of curiosity so that you too may know everything I've learned about Smashburger. Then we'll direct our attention to the people of Yelp to see what they're saying about the very Smashburger we dined at. This is the Fine Dining Podcast.
Your table is ready, take a seat. The flavor of the day is mediocrity. Wouldn't you like to try a bite? Guarantee it'll be the perfect bite. Fine dining, better than you thought, worse than you hoped. Fine dining, we don't treat mediocre as a joke. Ranking every single place we've been, compared to the perfect 5 out of 10.
I forget what the word is it for, but you know, like how Band-Aid is now both the brand and the product itself.
Or Q-tip, or
Yes.
how in the South, like, can I get a Coke? What kind of Coke do you want? Sprite.
Yeah.
Which, an abomination.
Yeah, that's a crazy one.
That's
yeah,
a crazy one. Hello, and welcome to the Fine Dining Podcast, the quest to compare all restaurants to Chili's. I'm your host, Michael Ornelas, and this is the podcast where we dive deep into the history of your favorite chain restaurants and then thoroughly review them 1 week later by comparing them to Chili's. This week, we're covering the number 7 seed in this year's Septemburger tournament, Smashburger. And joining me is a performer and improviser you can see performing with his team Orion's Belt at Upright Citizens Brigade Theater. His vibe is, what if Jamiroquai's hat became a real person and he's got genuinely kind eyes? It's Bennett Cohen.
Oh, hi, everyone. Oh, my goodness. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Hilarious, lovely intro.
How's it going?
It's going really good.
Great.
We're well fed. I'm ready to talk.
You know, we're on the cusp of well-fed and overfed.
True. It's like if in my day-to-day life, if I ate this much, I'd be asleep right now.
Yeah. But I'm not miserable.
Definitely not.
Had you ever been? Do you have a history with Smashburger?
If I've been, it would just have been 1 or 2 times.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this sort of medium upscale burger place is like becoming, or not, has been ubiquitous, if I'm using that word correctly. So I definitely, I didn't feel out of place in this Smashburger. I've probably been to one Smashburger before.
I know that I've been to one in an airport. I don't remember which airport, but I think it was Austin. But it very well may not have been. I don't feel confident enough saying that. And I remember being kind of underwhelmed by it, which is why it is the number 7 seed in Septemburger, because the seeding is based on the best burger I've ever had there. How is it? So that's my history and your history with the Smashburger chain. Do you want to hear the history of the Smashburger chain?
I definitely do.
All right. We're going to jump into this week's Eat Deets.
Eatery details.
Smashburger launched in Denver in 2007 through Consumer Capital Partners, with restaurant royalty Tom Ryan and Rick Shodden as the key founders behind the concept. Tom Ryan is the perverted genius behind Pizza Hut's stuffed crust and the McDonald's McGriddle, while Rick Shodden brought chain-building experience after his years bringing Quiznos to prominence.
Wow. Okay. So good to know. I wanted to guess that they're probably from Colorado because
Really?
because of the menu. Just that I've never heard of
The Colorado Smash.
Smash. I was like, is that a type of burger I should know? Or is that them putting their own spin on it?
Well, I'll get into it in another fact, but they actually do localized burgers to different regions that they're in.
No kidding.
But I guess it didn't occur to me the fact that the Colorado one is available outside of Colorado. So that should have actually been a good tip-off.
It also interests me that that one guy has created hit things for multiple.
The McGriddle?
Yeah.
He did the McDonald's dollar menu. Pizza Hut stuffed crust pizza. Like, he is a mad scientist of chain restaurant recipes that have like exploded.
Yeah, and I just love that he's had hits at different places. It's almost like LeBron winning a championship in Miami and Cleveland. Like, I think I pictured maybe the restaurant world being more protective. Like, if this is our star food scientist,
you can't
work for Pizza Hut. You're our guy. We're McDonald's.
But this is also McDonald's and Pizza Hut guy goes and works with Quizno's guy.
Yeah, I mean,
so this is like a super group.
Definitely.
This is like when your two favorite bands like, oh, they mashed.
Yeah, it's because of this guy, there's now non-compete contracts all over fast food.
Yeah.
He's the last of a dying breed.
So
He worked for everyone.
NDAs, all that kind of stuff. You can't even talk about what you've seen him do in a kitchen.
Yeah.
Smashburger sold itself on a proprietary smash method using custom forged presses and a hot buttered seasoned grill to build a crisp sear fast. It rounded that out with 100% Angus beef, rosemary garlic smash fries, and hand-spun Haagen-Dazs shakes, which helped it feel more of a better burger joint than plain fast food. Better burger is the industry term for those like elevated burger type restaurants that you were talking about earlier.
Totally good to know that
the better
term.
burger boom was like a movement.
Yes, it definitely it's squarely a better burger establishment for me. I liked the quality. That's interesting. That I feel like watching the burgers get pressed, I feel like if you mark success by this, like I feel like that's now something I see outside of Smashburger. Like I can picture people pressing the patties like that, and I'm trying to think of places I've gotten smash burgers that is not Smashburger. But you said proprietary. Does that mean at first are you trying to have like...
I think their specific press is what's proprietary. They did not invent the idea of smash burgers. That I found dated back to like the 60s. Okay. But they kind of brought it back to the mainstream. Yeah, and I imagine intellectual property laws. It's hard to have a patent on a food, but the press itself, that makes sense. Yeah, like food implements, kitchen implements, you can very well be like, this is our thing, this is our process. Mm-hmm. I'm like, like is Mike's Way what's it called, public domain? That's the thing. Like that, like I don't think it is, but the like way that their cap shoots out two streams when you like that's got to be proprietary. Like you can't punch two holes in the top of your bottle, your oil bottle. Not without giving me 5 cents. Not without giving me 5 cents. By March 2011, Smashburger said it had about 100 stores nationwide and was aiming to double that by 2012. Later that year, Forbes named it America's most promising company, and the chain said it had reached 143 restaurants. Smashburger's own current brand history still boasts that it hit the 200-plus unit milestone earlier than any other fast casual concept. Is that when a restaurant has gone platinum? Like if we're thinking about like music? Yeah, I don't know what the bar. Like I would just, to me, 100 sounds right. 100 restaurants, but they're from Colorado. My guess would be that they have a higher concentration in Colorado. Totally. So it's like, let's say they have 20 in Colorado and now 80 outside, or even more there, because places like this are what tend to become local sensations. Makes it feel smaller still outside of the place that it's from. Yeah, that makes sense. I would agree, because I don't think I think of Smashburger as huge, but clearly they're getting out there. So, but 200 does feel like a critical mass. Yeah.
I agree.
Sorry, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, so Forbes, the most promising restaurant, or most promising business?
Most promising, like, company. Yeah. That is crazy.
In 2012, like I like to think that Smashburger won it in 2012 and 2013, like Uber or something. It's like, yeah, we won that before Uber.
Yeah. Yeah. Rideshare, which will revolutionize, like drastically cutting down, like, drinking and driving and like giving people, and then it's just like, well, we put a weight on our burger on a griddle.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And rosemary on our fries. Which was a nice touch. Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll review them next week, but I am a fan of that blend.
Yeah. No, and not to be a tech fanboy, but it's funny to think that in 2012 the most influential business was a better burger joint. I
just picture, like, on the cover, the guy who invented the McGriddle in, like, a black turtleneck, like, looking like inquisitive.
The Steve
like,
Jobs of burgers.
Yeah. Like, that's the magazine cover for best business in America, the most promising business.
Yeah, I feel like that's a trivia question waiting to happen. Like, what Forbes business, like, in the last 20 years was a food place?
Yeah. Also, like, I just don't agree. It's not even that this place was bad, but I just don't agree that it deserves that hype.
Yeah, because I think 2012, like, so much of the world was changing. It's like, even if it was the best restaurant ever, it's not like you've invented the concept of restaurant. I think in 2012, there must have been a business that was, like, revolutionizing something. And I tend to think that is the most influential.
Right.
This might be my first time hearing of this award, and now I'm just like, I want to nerd out and know. I want to know every business that's won most influential business.
I didn't research deep enough. I should have brought you the full.
That's okay. That's my backlog. That's my homework.
Smashburger has had some noteworthy marketing tactics. One early hook was localization, city-specific burgers like a fried pickle Oklahoma burger in Tulsa, the Colorado Smash filled with green chilies, and their Brooklyn Smashburger, which was topped with pastrami. And by 2013, Smashburger was already on TV in 7 markets bragging about their ingredient quality and the smash technique. That same spirit carried into the 2014 #Smash Road Trip campaign, which hit 20 cities and made about 2 million impressions. And then, in 2017, Smashburger debuted the Smash Pass, a $54 promo that let loyalty members buy an entree for $1 a day for 54 days. Which to me feels like $54 up front, and then you could come get a burger daily for 54 days. And that feels like a timeshare.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say it's like AMC A-list for burgers.
Yeah, it's B-list.
Yeah.
It's burger list.
That's fascinating. I'm dying to know how that worked, like how successful the Smash Pass was.
Also, I do love that it feels like a word play of Smasher Pass.
Yeah.
Like it's a one word, it's missing 2 letters to be Smasher Pass, and highly sexualized burger marketing is Carl's Jr.'s territory.
Yes, exactly.
So, let's leave that to the pros.
Yeah, so let's do a thought experiment. Like if the Smash Pass came out today, would you? So it's $54.
I don't live close enough to a Smashburger, but even if
let's imagine if you did, yeah.
No, I don't think I would, because like the value is rarely the thing that gets me to a place. Sure, if there's like there's a free burger today or a 30-cent burger or whatever it is, I'm interested. But unless it's one of the places that I like going to regularly anyways, I'm probably not doing it. It's like having 54 smash burgers is not going to convert me into more of a smash burger guy. You have to already be a smash burger guy to commit to 54 burgers.
Yeah. So you pay $54 and it starts a 54-day period where each day you could go claim your burger. Am I getting that right?
I'm unclear on that. I'm unclear on if it was that or if it was $1 burgers for 54 days. But that seems like you're losing money. I think they're asking for the $54.
And it's like AMC A-list. They're saying, I bet you won't have 54 burgers.
And you know what? You could see these burgers in IMAX if you want, but you know.
Yeah, I recently canceled my A-list.
Did you?
Just because I'm like, I rather buy one movie ticket a month than feel like I gotta get to 2 a month. But of course, I could be convinced. Like they keep hiking the prices, and
that is true.
So it's like I am the marginal consumer at AMC. So if you're watching this and you bring that $1 back down, you might
Nicole Kidman.
You might convert one more person.
I like to think that you're talking to her directly.
Yeah, call me. I feel like a lot of places, even if they're successful, like they open a few restaurants, they have success, they expand. It sounds like Smashburger had like its moment in the spotlight.
Yes, very much so. And it does, and we'll get to it soon, it does feel like it's not their time anymore.
Yeah, I mean, we're in Los Angeles. It's like you gotta capitalize especially on that. Here.
Well, and especially, look, I don't know how it is nationwide, but I know LA actually has a pretty active Smashburger scene. And by Smashburger, I don't mean the brand. I mean the concept of a griddled thin patty. There's places like For the Win, there's The Window, there's Burger She Wrote, there's Heavy Handed, there's Easy Street. There's all these places where you can go and get like a really good thin pattied Smashburger.
Yeah, and I think you can get it like at like street vendors too. Like so it's all over the place.
And so I feel like they're cashing the check that the Smashburger chain wrote.
I would agree. I would definitely agree with that. Which that makes me sad but proud of Smashburger for starting that charge.
Yeah. Ownership changed in stages, starting with Jollibee's 2015 purchase of a 40% stake in a deal that valued Smashburger at $335 million, which was essentially $1 million for each location they had at that point in time. So in 2015, they were at about 336 locations, is what I saw. Jollibee raised that to 85% ownership in 2018 for another $100 million, and said by December 2018 that it owned Smashburger outright. So Jollibee was all in, well, literally the opposite of all in. They were hedging their bets, and then as it went better and better for them, they were like, okay, fine.
I respect is that the opposite of a hostile takeover? They're like, we're getting to know you first. I wish I could buy everything I buy 40%, 80%, and then just really make sure. I don't know if I want to commit.
If I could buy video games at the rate of how much of them I actually play through,
yes,
I would save money, because I either 100% games and spend way too much time on them.
Totally.
Or I play like the first chapter or two of it, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm ever going to touch it again.
Yeah, I wish, 1 in 20 games I could say, I own this game outright.
Yeah.
It's also just funny wording.
Yeah. In 2021, Smashburger's Triple Double Burger was the target of a class action lawsuit over false marketing claims that produced a settlement of $8.5 million between cash and vouchers. Their standard burgers had 5-ounce patties, and the Triple Double, which they marketed with the slogan "Double the Beef," actually contained 2 2.5-ounce patties, which is literally the same amount of beef. This wasn't the first time that Smashburger landed in hot water, as in 2017, In-N-Out sued Smashburger over the name Triple Double, arguing it was too close to its own Double Double and Triple Triple trademarks.
Wow. Controversy strikes. I have some strong opinions on this one. I'm from Southern California my whole life. I really love In-N-Out.
Staunch defender.
Yeah, I like ordering off the secret menus. Yeah, my order is often a 3x3 or a 3x2,
which is interesting to hear you say in those terms. You're not calling them Triple Double or Triple Triple. You're calling it 3x3 or 3x2.
Exactly. So maybe this is complicated. This is my brother's in law school right now. What does In-N-Out have ownership of? Because have you heard of the In-N-Out secret menu where you would order by blank, and that's meat by cheese?
Yeah. Well, for me, it's always just one, because my cheese is always by 0.
Yes. I get a 3x0,
which multiplying anything by 0 is 0.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, but a funny factoid that's a little off topic. If you order a 3x3, then they call it a 3x3. But if you order a 3x2, they call it a double extra patty. And I think that's just getting to see how their system does all the math once they're plugging in your order.
Their system sounds autistic.
Yeah, it has a very special way. It likes it very particularly. I had a friend I played hockey with growing up who would order 2 5x5s, which is the most that they'll let you order. They won't let you order a 10x10, but you can order 2 5x5s, and he made a 10x10, kind of just as a stunt for us to watch, and it was thoroughly entertaining.
At some point, your mouth can't do it.
Yeah, there's a picture somewhere. He's like eating it from the side, and it's a operation. But sorry, back to Smashburger. So they're calling it a triple double. I think if I was In-N-Out, I would feel infringed upon. Like the double is In-N-Out.
Yeah, I guess. I feel like the words single, double, and triple are like Dave's double is Wendy's.
Okay, true. Those are pretty common words.
It's a pretty common measurement.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I get that being like the way you refer to it relative to the amount of cheese and beef is a specific thing to In-N-Out, but I think those words are generic enough that you can't really.
Got it. But let's talk about what I think is the more upsetting thing, which is this double that is
double the beef.
That is the same amount of beef. That is shady.
Double the beef, same amount of ounces of beef, just cut in half.
Yeah, I mean that's what makes me not want to leave the house and not trust anyone.
But that is that's crazy. But they lost $8.5 million on that
as a result of it.
5.5 in cash, and then they had to issue 1.5 million vouchers to correct it, and that was valued at $3 million. So just by saying double the beef and not delivering on it, it cost them millions of dollars.
Wow, yeah. So maybe they learned their lesson.
Maybe. But you have to have known. Like, that seems so egregious to just be like, we're giving you double the thing.
Yeah,
you know?
I also want to know how they got caught. Like, I think...
Well, I mean, there's crazy customers.
That's what I was going to say. Like, I don't think I'm the right person to do it, but there must be someone who goes once a week or slightly less frequently who's just like, wait a second, I don't feel that much more full. I don't feel like that took me longer to eat. Like,
there was a guy who brought a food scale with him to Texas Roadhouse.
Wow.
And their like 24-ounce steak or something like that was like 21 ounces or something. And he sued them and won.
Wow. Like the price of the steak or...
Just no.
Because the idea is maybe they're doing this on a larger scale.
So it's like it's literal false advertising.
Yeah.
So, and then their argument was like, well, it loses mass when you cook it. And it was like, sorry, you called it this, and I didn't receive this.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna side with the consumer here.
Yeah. Smashburger's footprint has come down hard from its peak. Smashburger said it had 235 locations in 32 states and 7 countries in September of 2024. Jollibee's year-end 2024 filing counted 214 stores, so down 21. And then QSR, quick service restaurant, described it as a 190-unit chain in March of 2026. So it's dwindling. The current strategy is less about world domination and more about repair. Value menus, a broader rebrand built around the slogan, "Belief is in the bite," and a push to return to positive net unit growth between 2026 and 2027 through airports, military bases, and other non-traditional sites.
It's very interesting. I've never thought about any of this quite so deeply. Thank you for having me. This is so fun. This is so fun. I think airports need good restaurants.
Yeah.
I think
and I think recognition helps.
Yeah.
Because you're like, when you're walking through an airport, you're looking for something you recognize that you can get quickly and go. You're not looking to be like, what's this place? Like a new or like a mom and pop. I just think an airport is a place where you're kind of destined to fail.
Yeah. I feel like airport dining. I mean, I wonder if it's probably difficult to lease and run a restaurant in an airport terminal, because I think if it was easier, maybe the experience would be slightly better.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just think, you see a lot of like one-offs places or even if it is a chain, it's like a limited menu that can be disappointing. But yeah, if there's a Smashburger in an airport terminal with like the menu that we saw today, I'd be thrilled.
I mean, given that my first Smashburger experience was in an airport terminal and it wasn't great, I mean, that's also part of it is like maintain the quality.
Yeah,
I find a way to.
Definitely. I think I can't think of any examples right now, but I just think like, well, I guess I think in LAX there's like a Chick-fil-A, and I'm like, this is Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Like it's not always what I'm craving the most, but I'm like, but it there's not a fall off from a location in the wild to in the terminal, and that's impressive.
Some places, are much more built for consistency.
Yeah, so their numbers are dwindling.
Because their peak was about 360 something units, and they're now at 190.
Yeah, it's interesting hearing that one of their like strategies currently is like, oh well, if they really hear our slogan, like belief is in the bite, like we'll get 100 more restaurants. I'm like, it's gonna have to be a pretty darn good slogan, I think, to revive 100 restaurants. I think. Invest in your restaurants, improve them, but improve them in material ways, not necessarily just the slogan.
I think better than a slogan is a jingle.
Okay.
I think a jingle is much more likely to get stuck in my head and make me think about a place random. Like I'll be driving and then like Chili's baby back ribs will still occasionally pop into my head.
Baby back, baby back, baby back.
And like, I think that there's so much value in like the earworm nature of a jingle. So right now, let's come up with a Smashburger jingle.
Okay, is our text belief is in the bite, but we got to put it to music?
I think we can change it if we want to.
Okay.
So I guess we have to pitch on what we want the lyric to be, and then we gotta...
Yeah. Burgers that make you want to smash.
Hey, there we go. Honestly, I'm into that.
That's pretty good. I mean, Arby's is going to come knocking down, or Carl's Jr. Who's the sexy burger?
Yeah, Carl's Jr.
They're going to come knocking down our door for that one, I think.
Yeah. They'll be like, don't give it to them. We want it. Yeah. It's like, sorry, your thing is char grilled. You don't do Smashburger. We'll change, baby. We can change.
Yeah. A bidding war for our burger.
All right, so we have the slogan. What's the jingle sound like? I'm hearing like a Michael McDonald, like burgers make you wanna smash.
Oh my god,
I like something like that. Yeah,
I've been listening to What a Fool Believes on nonstop this week.
I unironically love Michael McDonald.
Yeah, no, me too.
Okay, let me hear your take on the. Doesn't have to be Michael McDonald, but what would your?
Yeah. Well, now I want to try that one and then see what. Burgers that make you wanna smash.
Great.
You won't pass on these burgers. A jingle that's obviously too long. Do you think Smashburger feels like bamboozled, that like they had their moment of fame that like not all restaurants do? Like there's successful restaurants that don't have that period but also sustain, and they almost got a taste of stardom and now are having to like, live a normal life.
They kind of lived like the Jersey Shore cast.
I was going to say
same time period too. They were big, and then they're like, they still think they're famous.
I get that vibe. Yeah.
And they don't want to move to the suburbs yet. They're not ready to like settle.
Yeah.
So anyways, that'll do it for this week's Eat Deets.
Fine dining.
Bennett, I know behind that smile is a raging tempest of questionable viewpoints. This next segment is your opportunity to risk cancellation for how you feel about food and restaurants. It's time for the Heat Lamp.
Baby, set you under my heat lamp, my heat lamp. Heat lamp. Give you my hottest steak. Controversial but never fake. Getting nasty under my heat lamp. Heat lamp.
So hot right now.
Bennett, what is your food hot take?
Lactose intolerance is a mindset.
It's a state of like doubt in your head.
It smells
your body
your
can
fear.
handle it.
Yeah, it smells your fear, and then of course it manifests. I feel like ultimately I would identify as lactose tolerant, but there. As I get older,
I like how you're using the word identify.
Yeah,
I identify as lactose tolerant, not my body handles lactose well. I made a choice.
Yeah, I just think that there are times where I doubt myself, and then sure enough, I struggle to tolerate lactose. But when I put my mind to something, everything works out fine. So I know that there are some people who are going to disagree with it, but I'm just saying, just give it a try. Find a safe place to experiment with lactose and see what happens. See if you can't mind over matter your way into a good milkshake. You deserve that every once in a while.
I like a safe place to experiment with, like a 3-day weekend at home, not at Coachella.
Yes, clear your calendar.
Not a place where it's like porta potties only. You need like your home bidet.
Exactly. I think I could be like a shaman for lactose experiences. Like I could be with someone while they experiment with it and help them through it.
Like an ayahuasca trip or something. They're like puking. You're like, everyone does this. This is part of it.
Yeah. I offer these milkshake retreats. And join me in the desert for that.
It's like $700.
You wish.
Oh, way more. Yeah. That's crazy and just kind of scientifically untrue.
I guess where it comes from is just my feeling like it depends on the day. Because I think in general, I think a lot of our experience with food is like, is it something objective about the food, or is it how we are when we have that food on that day, if that makes sense?
In terms of like when you have a reaction to it that's negative?
Yeah, or even positive. Or I think about it like with cravings, like what's going on chemically, biologically. Like I just think like sometimes certain restaurants that I would consider my favorites, there are days where I'm like, oh, I couldn't go near that.
Interesting.
So I feel like a different person in that way.
I'm going to say something that might actually corroborate your point, and it has to do with my innate stubbornness.
Okay.
I have Crohn's disease. I have like a digestive issue where like my immune system attacks my colon. A lot of people with digestive tract diseases have dietary restrictions. And I was hospitalized for 28 days in 2010 for this. And I had a very, very good and attentive gastroenterologist overseeing me. Shout out Dr. Lubin. He would like tell me the things that I need to avoid while I'm like having a flare up, while I like literally am just like kind of dying,
Sure.
And then I get through it. I get, I've been in remission pretty much since late 2010. And, my mom would go with me to some of those appointments and like would just beg multiple doctors that we saw to tell me that there were certain foods I had to avoid because she wants me to eat better. And they were like, if he's not having a flare up, he can have whatever. If you notice certain foods affect you negatively, stay away from that food. And I think my mindset has just been, well, they said I can eat whatever. And I have seen no correlation between any specific food and when I get symptoms.
Okay.
And even when I do get symptoms, they don't last very long. I'm very lucky in like how under control my condition has been for the duration that I've had it. But my mindset of I can eat whatever I want, I do eat whatever I want, and it doesn't really affect it. And so it might be mind over matter.
I think there's something there, and I like, which doesn't make it like a trick that you could always use, because mind over matter is like, you can't fake that, if that makes like, but yeah, I'm thank you for cooperating.
Did that resonate like in the spirit of what you were saying?
I think so. I mean, I think obviously talking about like how your body like digestive stuff, it's like no two people have the exact same experience, so that's why I was shy of my hot take, but I think there's some universality to it. I mean, it's the same thing as like people who really hate a certain food and then you find out that they haven't tried it in 10 years. It's like it could be that could be your mind.
I'm not going to do cheese. I'm not going to do cheese. Okay.
And that's fine.
I feel your judgment. I feel it. Thank you for putting yourself out there and risking your cancellation. It is now time to turn our attention to other people and hear what they thought about the Smashburger that we went to in this week's Yelp from Strangers.
We need a little Yelp from strangers. A 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 or 5. So give a little Yelp, a little Yelp from strangers. A little Yelp, a little Yelp. Give us those complaints while you literally whine and die. Yelp!
This is Yelp from Strangers, our segment where we turn to Yelp and read out our favorite 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5-star Yelp reviews. Do you mind if I start with the first one?
No.
2-star review.
This is from Rob B. from El Segundo, California on December 30th, 2024. It's a 2-star review. National Cheeseburger Day is a tough day to work in this business. But Bethany, the person that was assembling orders, had a smart-ass attitude for everyone that did not have a smile on their face that was picking up food. My hat's off to Joanna and the other 2 guys that were working the stove. Joanna had been working from 8 a.m. and was working her butt off.
How does he know their schedules? But
I mean, that is crazy.
That's crazy, but it also... Is it crazy that it's kind of giving him some like credibility? like,
he did the research.
Yes, and nice like appeal to pathos where he's like, look, I know National Cheeseburger Day is not an easy day to work in this industry, the burger industry. like, oh, what do you do for work? I'm in burgers.
Oh, this is basically your Black Friday.
Yeah, like National Cheeseburger Day.
Yeah. Wish I got the 2 guys' names to give them a shout out. Can't wait to taste the food. First time I've been here. Place looked clean, minus Bethany.
Oh, Bethany catching a stray.
He didn't like Bethany. Update. I know it's been a bit. Been back and service is great. Heard from Brittany. He changed the name now. I guess her name actually was Brittany.
Okay.
Heard from Brittany, and this is what she responded with. Hope she is not working there anymore. I have beef with you. Don't ever leave no review about me on Smashburger Yelp page again, because then I will have to come find you and deal with you myself, get a bag, and go to work instead of politicking about children on Yelp.
Wow. This is elevated to a full-scale beef.
This is like a full-scale beef. With the edit. And I like that she's like, instead of about children on Yelp.
Yeah.
How old like is Brittany or Bethany like a teen? Like she's working her first job and someone's coming for her on Yelp and she's like, bro, get a life or I'm gonna come find you. Which,
oh my God.
Not even a veiled threat.
Yeah, just a threat.
Just a threat.
My heart leaped at first. I thought the edit was gonna be the Brittany redemption arc. But Brittany doubled down.
She dug a deeper hole.
Yeah. Oh, these I feel like my stance in a lot of these conflicts, I feel like there's some blame to go around.
Sure. I think that's the nuanced take, you know? Yeah.
I'm going to go out on a limb.
I'm going to go out on a limb and choose both sides.
Mistakes were made.
Yeah.
5-star review.
Ooh, this is a 5-star review from Mel's G from July 29th, 2023. Might be their 3rd burger review, so they're an expert.
3's all it takes. Yep.
Wow. 5 stars. OMG. It was so delectable and tasty, I decided to stop in, thankfully, and my mouth was watering. I just saw it on Yelp and had to try. The shake was bussin' all in my mouth.
I hate that phrasing.
Yeah. Whoa.
The shake was bussin' all in my mouth. Makes me uncomfortable to hear, makes me uncomfortable to say, makes me uncomfortable to visualize, and I am visualizing it.
Yeah, Mel's like, this is kind of, I feel like that's how I type as well, but that's sort of the thing that after my unfiltered brain types it out, I go back and I do some self-editing.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, does it pass the middle school test? Don't name your kid Shake was busting all in my mouth.
Who would?
He'll get bullied in elementary school. I'm just saying. But the shake that was busting all in my mouth, an absolutely delectable, if I do say so myself. In my humble opinion, Emily was the nicest cashier and she helped me and went above and beyond. I think she should get a raise. Such good recommendations. Not a ton of punctuation going on here. This is like a stream of consciousness.
Yep.
Happy rant.
I would say this feels, this is a thirsty Yelp a little bit. I think Yelp reviews that mention an employee and gush, specifically if it feels like it's someone of the opposite sex, often reads as like a kind of like a pick me kind of vibe.
Yeah, I could see that.
Like the next time Mel's goes into this Smashburger, like, hey Emily, did you see what I wrote about you?
Did your boss say great job? You gotta mention.
Yeah.
Do you know about like the Yelp like preferred like if you get, I don't know what it's called, but if
Yelp Elite?
Yeah, maybe it's Yelp Elite. Like this also strikes me as maybe people trying to get that status, because once you have that status, you're getting free meals, you're getting lots of perks because the restaurants know that your review can make or break them. I need to get Yelp Elite, I'm realizing. Best, friendliest customer service. I would recommend it to everyone. The facility was clean and calming. Come here. Make sure to tip because they deserve it. I gave them a big fat tip.
This all still reads like he wants Emily to see this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it makes me mildly uncomfortable.
Yeah. Well,
big fat tip.
Yeah.
I don't like fat. I don't like bussing in my mouth.
Yeah. This thing, it's
evocative.
The calling attention to yourself, giving a great tip. It's
look at me. Yeah.
I put big money down. It's like, you have to talk about your tip.
And by the way, you pressed a button on an iPad.
Yeah.
Like,
tipping has never been easier. So we have to stop patting ourselves on the back.
You need to stop making it sound like you went through an ordeal.
Yeah. Now, if this said I tipped in cash, I would say, let's go. Mel's, you're carrying cash. Like,
bussin'.
Letting people get these tax-free tips. Now, that's something that I would give Yelp Elite status, but not this one.
I like how you're referring to give Yelp Elite status like a Congressional Medal of Honor. Like,
yeah,
you walk behind them and you like tie it around their neck and they're like saluting or something. And it just says Yelp Elite.
Yeah, for great service to Yelp.
Yeah, thank you for your service. Hey there, it's me, Michael. And now that we're in season 4, I'm adding more content to my Patreon. Not only can you hear the extended Yelp from Strangers segment with 3 more reviews, and not only can you get an exclusive full episode covering an extra chain restaurant on the last day of each month, but I've added an extra chat with my guests where we discuss their go-to fast food and chain restaurants and talk about why they love them so much. I hope you'll come check it out, and you can get your first week completely free of charge. That's patreon.com/finediningpodcast. I appreciate and love you all. Back to the episode. And that's part 1. Woo! Yay. Tune in next week as we tell you what we thought about our meal at Smashburger. Bennett, thanks so much for joining me. Tell people where they can follow you on socials.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm just on Instagram at Bennett R. Cohen. And Bennett is 2 N's and 2 T's. And yeah, come see me improvise in LA.
Hell yeah. And you can follow this show on Instagram and TikTok at Fine Dining Podcast. You can join my Discord and talk to me about food opinions or like video games or board games or like whatever you want. Just come say hi. I'm there. I'm responsive. I have a pulse. Don't try and sell me a used MacBook Air. That's been happening a lot from scam accounts to keep joining my Discord. But I'll delete them and I'll keep deleting them so you don't have to see them. But we're not interested in your used MacBook. And then I also have a Patreon. If you want an exclusive episode every single month that covers a restaurant that you don't hear on the main feed, as well as the full extended Yelp from Strangers segments and an interview segment with my guests where we talk about their preferred restaurant chain rotations. But join us next week as we review the place. We're just going to be sitting here waiting on our table in the meantime. Thank you so much for watching. I love each and every one of you.
Have a fine day.
Step is done and we had some fun. Now we're waiting on our table, waiting on our table. Join us next time, we're stuck in line, waiting on our table.
Have a fine day.